Assalamualaikum. My name is Farah Anis Nabila binti Shariful Bahri.
My name is Nasana binti Rasmi.
My name is Siti Nursyara binti Abu Bakar.
And my name is Nurhani Salihah binti Narijan.
Okay, today our main purpose to interview Encik Muhammad Asri to complete our engineering and society assignment. Okay, can you introduce about yourself and your career?
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
You guys can hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, my name is Muhammad Asri bin Ibrahim. I'm currently working with HAS Oil and Gas. A little bit on my background, I am an engineer, mechanical engineer by profession. Studied engineering in Warwick University, and I also did my master in engineering management in UTHM. Career-wise, I've been working with TMB. I was formerly a TMB scholar when I did my degree. So I worked with TMB for 12 years in the power stations as a mechanical engineer, gas turbine engineers, and later on as a manager in support services and human resource and technical services. Then later on, I joined oil and gas industry in Shell. Sorry, pardon me. So I worked with Shell for 4 years, and after that, currently I'm working with Hess Oil and Gas. I've been with the company for 9 years. Okay. Anything else you want to know? Let me know. Thanks.
Okay, boleh tahu tak apa position Cik Asri dalam HAS, betul kan cara sebutan?
Okay. Currently, I'm an offshore installation manager. So I am working offshore. I'm the one in charge for the oil facilities. Consists of oil platform or gas platform and FPS one.
Okay, dekat sini kita orang ada 4 soalan. Okay, untuk soalan yang pertama, Anis.
Okay. I want to ask you, why did you go into engineering? Is that your interest about the engineer, or you really want to be an engineer?
Okay. To be honest, I wasn't really clear of what's the most suitable career when I completed my SPM. Back then, we don't have a very good counselor to tell us what is a good career to go. It was a generic profession that we know back then. We only know about engineer, we only know about doctor, we only know about dentist and accountant. That's about the only career that we know. So back then, my interest was in mathematics and physics. So naturally, engineering comes as the closest career that back then I think the most suitable for my career in that sense. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will pass my. Okay, I understand. So I will pass next question to my friends.
Okay, sorry. Okay, how do you balance the social and technical aspect of engineering in your work?
Okay. All right. So basically, you guys are studying engineering, I assume. Betul kan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, to be honest, when you complete your studies and you enter the career as an engineer, one minute, okay, uh, in your day-to-day life as an engineer, probably the most time you spend really doing engineering is probably about 30% of the time. That's probably the most. Yeah. So the rest of your day to day is managing the work, managing the situations, managing the people, managing the process, to improve your workplace. So it's not really engineering per se, but having a good engineering background will help you to make decision when you face with any engineering problem. Definitely, even if it's a process problem, your engineering background will help you to steer you and guide you in making the right decisions. Yeah? So it's not from my experience. I've been an engineer for a long time, 27 years.
Oh,
So 27 years. So I've been doing engineering as an engineer, very much a technical person. At the early stage of your engineering career, you do practice your engineering a lot more than when you are later on in your career, where you are already managing subordinates and managing a big group of people and managing a department. So then at that stage, your involvement in engineering, what is expected for you at that position is mainly managing as a administrator, managing the process, managing the organizations. So that's the reality. That's what you should expect as an engineer. But as I mentioned earlier, it is good for an engineer in the early part of your life to try to be involved as much as possible in engineering, right? Yeah. So
okay.
so basically, just to add a bit more context in your question, yeah, you mentioned about the social and technical aspect. Yeah? So as I mentioned, the technical aspect is only 30% of your time. So your
Oh,
background of engineering, you use uh, engineering ni basically, besides the technical, is a common sense, kan, betul kan? Kan?
Betul.
Betul.
Engineering is common sense basically, kan? You know what is the theory behind it, and the rest is just fit into places. Yeah? So um, in terms of the social aspect you mentioned, the social aspect. So as engineer, as I mentioned, you have to manage not just the machine, you have to manage the people, you have to manage the process. So it's all about uh, it's all about understanding what you want to achieve as an engineer, and as a team what you want to achieve, and try to get the best out of your teams, your technicians, your supervisors, to work towards a common goal to achieve what you want to achieve as an engineer, as a team. So that's in a way, when you ask social aspects, it's about um, it's about getting the team together to work towards resolving the issue and to achieve what you want to achieve as uh, as organizations.
oh.
Faham tak?
Faham, faham.
Dah faham.
Okay, so kita move ke soalan seterusnya. Anis.
Okay, next. How was engineering changed over the past years, and what do you see in changing? No, no, no. How do you see it changing in the future?
Okay. All right. So being a mechanical engineer, uh, I'm very much involved in an engineering company. So what I've observed for the last 25 years or so is um, a steady transition from the raw engineering, from mechanical engineering, to slowly transitioning into the control side of engineering. And now, as you go into the uh, in the IT revolution 4.0, is going towards the artificial intelligence. So so kalau dulu we talk about, kalau mechanical ni is all gears kan. If you want to manage anything kan, you have to open this valve, you have to crank this this shaft, and then you have to uh, you have to apa ni, monitor the flow of katakan gas or liquid kan. And later on, so in early part of my career, and when you want to start, like myself, until I work in the power station. The power station, um, just this is to elaborate what the changes I'm talking about. Yeah? If you want to start a gas turbine in the early years, you have to start. You have to know which valve you need to open, which which uh, uh, which gearbox we have to engage first, and where are the flows. So, and and the technicians and the operators need to go to all the different places to open this valve, to start here and start there, isolate here, open here. But later on, is the automation allow us to um, to automate all these processes that previously done by the people manually, now by automation. So you just the operator can just press one button, and the system will just proceed to start the engine lah, the gas turbine. So the transition from manual interventions to just uh, to automated, and now, as you guys know, nowadays is artificial intelligence. That's is much more advanced. So that's the transitions are manual intervention, automation, and now intelligent information, sorry, artificial intelligence. And understand kan what I'm saying? Eh?
Okay, untuk last soalan last. Sohana.
Okay, hi. So the last question from us is there still have big job opportunities in engineering for women nowadays?
I have to say yes because you guys aspired to be an engineer kan?
Yes.
Uh, to be to be honest, uh, from what I see, yes, of course, there's opportunity for women engineer, for women to be a successful engineer. My wife is an engineer herself. She's a electrical engineer by profession, and she's doing very well as well. Uh, but there is the reality of the work environment somehow, uh, from Uncle punya observation, is that it the certain job is somehow becoming less conducive for women engineers to work in. Yeah. In my example, to work as engineer in katakan in offshore katakan, to work as an engineer offshore is a bit more challenging because is one is male dominant, and the person need to be, in my case, to be offshore for a period of time before you have leave. So we're talking about 2 weeks or 3 weeks offshore. So that's somehow, in our culture, it's probably not a very conducive for a lady, especially when you get married, to be away from the family for too long. So that, unfortunately, this is the the culture lah. It's the culture in our country. We are a bit more, being a Muslim country, we are a bit more conservative. That's thing. But but there are other career as engineers in other industry that's probably uh, the ladies engineer can compete in a level playing field, I must say. Yeah. Okay, so ada question ke apa?
Tak ada tu je.
Alright, so anything else? Any clarification ke?
Kalau saya nak tanya soalan, contohnya, tapi bukan untuk, kalau saya tanya pasal engineering bukan oil and gas atau mechanical, boleh ke?
Boleh.
Okey, pendapat Encik, macam biomedical engineering,
Okay.
dia kan macam baru juga dan tak berapa popular dekat Malaysia. Macam kita punya peralatan pun mostly bukan daripada kita lah, banyak pada negara luar kan.
Okay.
So maknanya agak pada pandangan Cik, agak-agak pekerjaan tu macam akan ada peluang pekerjaan untuk bidang tu akan lebih meluas lagi ke macam mana untuk masa akan datang? Ataupun macam itulah soalan saya.
Okay. So I think dulu engineering ni very traditional. Maknanya people only talk about mechanical engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer, betul kan? Tu je orang cakap kan. Lepas tu lepas tu ada control engineer, kan? Automation engineer. So dia dah evolve kan. That's, of course, sekarang ni dunia dah evolve lah. I mean, you mention tadi
Biomedical engineering.
Definitely there's, I rasa there's a lot of demand in that areas lah. Because if you hear pun now people moving that way lah. People moving towards automation. People moving towards artificial intelligence. Biotechnology is another. Biotechnology nampak lah sekarang ni kan. So we have all these health issue that require manipulations of all the substances that we have in the market to come up with a product that can help improve the quality of life. So basically, bioengineering is about improving the quality of life lah. Not kita dulu, as I mentioned, dulu basic engineering just to have a good machinery, building apa semua kan. But that is to get the basic facilities available to the mass. But now we're going towards enhancing the quality of life. So that's where automation lah, okay, control lah, all this artificial intelligence and biotechnology is definitely about to bring it's not, people don't settle for just like other facility lah, basic facility. Dulu people look at, kita kena ada jalan raya, kita ada bekalan air kan, kita kena ada sekolah kat kawasan ni, kita kena ada ni, kita kena ada balai polis. But nowadays that is taken as a people take it as a given, it is a must. But people are looking at the quality of life. Maksudnya, do I get a good internet access katakan kan? Is the internet access will be sufficient? What is the mode of transportation? We have a very efficient transportation. Benda-benda macam tu kan? So it's all about improving the quality of life. So biotechnology definitely goes along that lines of improving the quality of life. So definitely it's a good career in that opinion. Okay.
Korang ada apa-apa lagi ke nak tanya?
So far tak ada.
Tak ada. Itu je lah daripada
Okay.
dulu.
So mau belajar apa ni? You guys apa? Belajar course apa? Engineering apa?
Elektronik.
Elektronik.
Diorang bertiga elektronik.
Elektronik.
Tapi kita orang ada macam elective, dia ada minor.
Okay.
Major kita orang elektronik, minor kita orang ada yang masing-masing lah. Kita orang boleh pilih.
Yeah. So electronic definitely a good ni lah. To do from engineering, that electronic is more high demand because yeah, automation and all lah. Good. So semuanya Anis. No Suhana je soalan, tak ada Anis. Okay, alright. Ada soalan lagi yang Akak boleh tolong?
Tak ada. So far tu je.
So far tu je lah.
Okay. Hopefully, hope I've been able to help you guys for the assignment.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Good luck. Okay, bye.
Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih.
Sama.